we're going to see Canoe on the Jigglypuff. So Canoe probably a little bit nervous this matchup. I mean, DDD is a heavy hitter, and Jigglypuff maybe weighs 5 pounds. So this is definitely something to look out for. DDD also known for his shield break potential, and Jigglypuff, the only character in the game, if her shield breaks, she immediately loses that stock.
Underrated aerials. King DDD has underrated aerials, and we're seeing that neutral air a lot right there. You got to be careful with the side special, and that's a very, very terrific up air right there. That's one of my favorite moves by King DDD. So you kind of know.
Oh no!
That's what happens. That's why I love King DDD.
Kuffy into the. Oh, a disaster.
I know it's wrong for me to do, but I will root for DDDs. I mean, I'm not supposed to, but it's just great to see DDD.
No! Ooh, Canoe going for the big shots here and missing them over and over. Missing into missed rest. Already down a stock and against it. No! Kuffy's gonna go for it! Oh, but Canoe with the extra jumps already coming back. These players are putting on a show, folks. This could absolutely not be more entertaining than what we are seeing right now. Kuffy against Canoe. Jigglypuff, our underdog of the matchup, trying to find simply that first stock, let alone 2 more. Able to find it. 60% on that second stock, and now Kuffy, a great 60% lead and heavier than ever. And all it takes is the dash attack to get rid of that second stock. It's now going to be a 2v1, and I mean, Canoe has some pretty big shoes to fill here. They are running out of time.
I'll tell you what, King DDD is kind of a meme character, so is Jigglypuff, but at least, you know, you get a lot of Jigglypuff mains. So I bet Canoe was just totally thrown off the fact he probably has not seen a bunch of King DDD plays. Wow.
These players, I cannot stress this enough, they're putting on an absolute show right now. Canoe with the rest, Kuffy with the attempted shot under the map. I mean, these guys are going at it. They are looking for highlight reel moments, folks. They are going for the biggest plays we have seen in a very long time. Kuffy now playing that off-map play style, a dangerous thing to do against a Jigglypuff who can stay out in the air for quite a while. Kuffy goes for it once again, but now they can't go for that risky play.
No.
Here's the slip. Do we see the rest? And there it is! Canoe, the underdog, able to come back against a King DDD. Kuffy sent to the graveyard for that first matchup. Now, question is, can Canoe do it again?
I'll tell you what, I think Jigglypuff was analyzing King DDD because you don't really see, like I said, you don't see a lot of King DDD players. That's why I love them so much. But I think just analyzing King DDD, get enough damage on him, will be able to just, be able to SD him right there, because King DDD is so heavy, it's hard to get a big hit on them. Right there, wide open shot. But yeah, the key to beat DDD, you just got to get a bunch of damage on him, and then Jigglypuff has that play, that little down special that can easily end the match right there.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, you guys at home, I apologize if I deafened you. I was very excited about what was going on there. I absolutely loved seeing that gameplay. Both DDD and Jigglypuff aren't characters we see relatively often, so I'm really excited to see this matchup. And of course, when an underdog comes out like that, you know, and I mean, maybe not necessarily an underdog, I might be saying that wrong, but you know, you expect a heavy hitter like DDD to put a Jigglypuff in the graveyard, but instead, Kuffy just barely loses this final matchup. The sleep, end of the hitbox, finds DDD's massive hitbox, and I mean, the rest, it's pretty hard to miss a rest on somebody as big as DDD.
Exactly. And he's just so heavy, and I called it. That's the exact profile picture that we were going to look at. So
the same skin and everything.
I know. So if I'm these players, if I'm talking to them, I'm begging them to keep the same characters. I want to see Jigglypuff and DDD once again. Please just be gambling right there, and then just pick the same players, because that was just a treat for us to watch, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, that really was a treat. I could not agree more. I mean, I hope everybody watching at home was as hyped as I was about that moment. I mean, that was absolutely phenomenal. I love a good underdog story. And the start for Canoe was really rough. I mean, we saw an immediate stock loss in almost like 20 seconds, I think. So that was definitely a struggle. We're going to go toe-to-toe in the same matchup once again. Canoe versus Kuffy here. And right now, Mississippi State, I mean, they're looking better than ever. Not only did they secure that first victory, but they're looking to secure a second already.
Exactly. They're basically showing their last week's match against WSU. That was just practice. And now they're playing for real. So let's get to this match.
Yeah, absolutely. We're jumping in. I mean, but you couldn't even finish a sentence before Kuffy's already 51% into their first stock. Canoe putting in the damage and putting in the work. 60% now playing that ledge game. Has to watch out for that hammer and those side specials.
Oof.
Kuffy now able to go around the corner of the map. Small battlefield, kind of infamous for that weird capability. And oh, the hammer! Able to tie things up right away. 52% looks for another, but the shield comes through from Canoe. And now looks for the Sing. Unable to find it. Here comes the side special into the roll. 93% Jigglypuff does not live past that, my friends. One stock already gone. A great lead turns into a large deficit for Canoe as Kuffy now taking the lead. DDD 80%, but this character can live for ages at a percent like that. Canoe really got to put in the damage again. And that moveset, I mean, we see Kuffy going for it a few times. The more I think about it, that's not going to work against a Jigglypuff. She's got 6 jumps before she's got to get worried about something like that. So taking her all the way to the bottom, you're going to have to give your own life to do it as well.
Exactly. I try that move hundreds of times just for the memes, but it doesn't work out all the time, especially against a Jigglypuff and a Kirby, Meta Knight, those characters that can just fly for days.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, King DDD still gonna be pretty hard, but let's see right here.
Oh my goodness, Kuffy coming back with a vengeance here, eliminating the same way 2 times in a row there. That simple up B, that up special coming through and dealing so much damage to somebody as light as Jigglypuff. And now, I mean, can Canoe do this? Can they do the reverse 3 stock here? There's going to be the side B. 135% is a lot, even for King DDD, but this is a survivable percent by no doubt. And they can even go for that attempted kill by absorbing the Jigglypuff and taking them off stage. Here comes the hammer. Canoe's not going to fall for that again. The side special into DDD, 160% now on the clock for this player, and here comes with the up special now attacking. They're both going to grab lead, try to move forward. 170 on the clock. Now the side special comes into it again. DDD, no! Canoe's able to find it, eliminates that 3rd stock. Win or lose, Kuffy is not going to get as many points because now one of the stocks is off the table.
Exactly. I'll tell you what, if I want to talk to Kuffy afterwards, and I want to get some pointers on how to use this DDD character, because I'll tell you what, he's using moves that we really don't see a lot. He's able to like go down very far once he's recovering with this super jump, and then not leave himself wide open. That's a very tricky skill to use, to not be wide open with that super jump.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I mean, 2 stocks versus 1 stock. Jigglypuff has, like I said last game, quite the shoes to fill, and Canoe was able to do that, but Jigglypuff, like I already said, does not live past 100% often, and I'm really not sure they're going to here today. Kuffy now trying that offstage game over and over, but I mean, DDD does not win that offstage matchup against a Jigglypuff. Going to be able to jump over that, hit by just a little bit of it, and the hammer blocks every single shot there. And now Kuffy trying to find it. It's the simple back air, able to take Canoe out of the game once again. It's 1-1. We're looking at our first game 3, folks.
Exactly. I tell you what, King DDD, what he brings to the table, he's way too heavy. If you're Jigglypuff, the best move to KO him at a decently low percentage is the down special. The down special that just ends it all. And we saw it in the previous match where she put him to sleep and then just ended the match right there. But we see her try to put her to sleep a couple times, but Kuffy was just not having it. He knew that he needed to stay away from that.
Yeah, Kuffy with a great sense of adaptation overall. The sleep comes through a single time, and Kuffy said, I'm never going to let that happen again. And that's exactly what happened. We saw missed every single time. The recovery comes through, slams onto the stage, Canoe down the drain, and just some great overall gameplay from Kuffy. Like you said, playing DDD unlike we've ever seen somebody else really here at EGF, really putting in the work, the up special, or excuse me, the recovery again, finds that elimination, but Canoe able to turn it around and eliminate them in reverse. Kuffy now able to find a shot here, and I mean, these replays, we saw these eliminations, they were, I mean, amazing. The back air comes through, and that's the end game. We saw it already. We'll see it again. We're going all the way to game 3, and here's the question for you, South Beach. Do we think we're going to see a swap?
If I see a swap, then I'm going to be mad. I'll tell you what. They need to stick to these characters right here. Thank you, guys.
And they sure are, my friend, and they sure are.
Thank you. Give the audience what they want, but thank you for giving me what I wanted. So I can't wait to see this matchup one more time. Game 3, this is going to be crazy.
Yeah, game 3. We're going to be here, Animal Crossing Town and City. And now, last time we saw Canoe get an early 50% lead and still end up losing the matchup. Kuffy now at 25% already. But like I said, we've been here before. We've seen this episode. Canoe starts super strong, finds the heavy damage early on. And then Kuffy, the heavy hitter that DDD is, turns it around in the blink of an eye. 75% already versus 26, a 50%, actually 47% deficit coming through here. And now the damage getting hyper aggressive as Kuffy and Canoe. I mean, going toe-to-toe, these players are looking to win in this. This is the first Game 3 we've seen in 2 weeks. Now, I mean, this is week 10, the first one we've seen in 2 weeks, like I said, since the split has started. But here it is, like I said, that same episode, that same story. Canoe starts early and gets sent to the graveyard right away. Kuffy now 101%. Can they find this stock before they really start to take extra damage?
The trend we're seeing through these 2 games, the first one with if you get the first one to give the most damage is the one that loses the first stock. That's what we've been seeing a lot, and it's not stopping. So this is pretty good because it's basically already a close match. King DDD's got 134, now 141, but it's going to be crazy to see how he retaliates and try to possibly sweep this.
Yeah, he's really going to look to sweep it 156, but now this is going to be a difficult place, but now going to be able to use that recovery, grab the ledge. There's a small invincibility hitboxes, or invincibility frames for just a second, but the shot back with the Gordo there, trying to find the damage, but still 170. DDD is one heavy dude. At that point, has not been given across here yet. Very few characters in the game survive to 175 like this, and honestly, against a Jigglypuff, you really don't have to be worried yet unless a rest is going to come through. Jigglypuff has very little kill potential, and now they're going to try to go for that forward air, and now they're trying to find the damage. The recovery has to come through. Kuffy just able to make it back. Canoe 70% on that second stock, and it looks like they may lose it before Kuffy loses their first. A set that started off so strong for this Jigglypuff player really started to go down the drain here.
Yeah, Canoe's really just not finding the right time to end the stock right there. And we just saw another stock lost, and Kuffy's at 183, so Canoe needs to find an answer to get that first stock lost.
Is that it? The DI was a little weird there, but they are able to find the elimination finally coming through. Now it's going to be 2 stocks versus 1 stock. We've seen Canoe at this deficit before. They were able to turn this around, a great 40% combo with the reversed Gordo coming through early on. But just to show, it took a 5-hit combo to do that on Jigglypuff, and a single hit from DDD did 20%. So we see the Jigglypuff doing notably less damage with several moves versus DDD, who can simply use a very simple smash attack and put themselves 20% into the lead there. 90% on Kuffy for this second stock, and Canoe playing it safe and playing it careful, exactly what you need to be doing. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a Desperation Sleep come out soon here, and then maybe the rest to follow up. 90% is kill potential, even for DDD, if the rest is landed.
Exactly, and I'll tell you what, I want to see a super jump spike to end it. I doubt it's likely, because it almost looks like DDD was almost SD'd off stage or lost his stock. Oh! There it is.
The great follow-up coming through here in Canoe, now bringing it 1 stock to 1 stock, looking to tie it up even in terms of percent, now taking the lead even by a single percent. Canoe coming out with a vengeance, the bloodthirstiest Jigglypuff I'm sure any of us have ever seen. Now 58%, Kuffy and Canoe looking to take it down to the wire. 75% stuck in the air, able to air dodge the hammer. The back air comes out from Kuffy. Canoe now putting on the pressure once again, 106% on a Jigglypuff. You do not live past this, that's all it's gonna be.
Gosh.
Oh no, the DI is gonna be in favor of Canoe here. The up special is not going to matter quite yet. Excuse me, the up smash, and the Gordo sends Canoe to the graveyard. That's going to be it. Kuffy with the reverse sweep. 2-1 victory in favor not only of Kuffy, but in favor of St. Peter's University as well. These schools are going toe-to-toe, my friends. This is going to be a great series.
That was crazy how Canoe lived through that first hit, and then it was the second hit that took her out. I'll tell you what, that was just... what a match from both Jigglypuff and DDD. Not a match we see a lot. That was just a great match. First Game 3 for us, Septilence. So I'm glad that we got our first Game 3, and it couldn't come with 2 better players between Canoe and Kuffy. Both of them, props off. My hat goes off to both of them.
I could not agree more. They both brought in these niche players. They both brought in things of difficulty, and they showed us an absolute masterclass on how to play them. Kuffy and Canoe toe-to-toe, final, last hit, last stock scenario. They really put it all on the table, and like you said, our hats go off to both of you because that was a phenomenal series, not only to witness, but to be able to cast. So thank you so much, folks, for bringing us such an intense matchup. Now, coming up next, supposedly we have Inferno versus Maze. Now, I say supposedly because until those players are in this lobby, that really could change up until that very last second. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to throw it to a super quick break, and we'll see you guys in just a couple of minutes when they're back online with us here. Don't go far, there is some great Smash left to be played.